How do we tell our friends that, look, we don't do these things anymore? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is John Fontain. Welcome back to another episode of the Islam Wise show, where we're going to be speaking about common issues that new Muslims face during the Christmas period. Now, my name is John Fontain. I've been a Muslim now for nearly 8 years, and so I just wanted to share some experiences, that not only I've had but other experiences I've seen from new Muslims as well. And today I want to speak about friends. I want to speak about friends. Now, subhanAllah, one of the most difficult things when you come to Islam is the exchange of friends. You see, you've just come to Islam and maybe all your social circle are non-Muslim. Maybe your best friend or your group of friends, your circle of friends, they're not Muslim. They've not accepted Islam yet. And they're still, they go to the nightclub at weekend, they go to the bar, they maybe take drugs, smoke weed, drink alcohol, you name it. Whatever they're doing, things that you no longer want to be a part of. And the problem is that if we do stay in these social circles, we're going to feel pressured, and we might even fall into the trap of getting involved in things that we're not supposed to be getting involved in, whether it's drugs, alcohol, zina, you name it. If your friends around you are bad influence, then don't be surprised if you get dragged back into that. So the first thing is, how do we tell our friends that, look, we don't do these things anymore? We don't celebrate Christmas. Don't expect me to come to the nightclub on New Year's Eve or on the weekend or all the Christmas parties. Don't expect me to get involved in drinking and these type of things. How do we break it to them? Look, quite frankly, we should just be honest with ourselves and honest with them. If they are really our friend, they're going to appreciate that we've chosen a new religion, and they're going to respect that as well. If they don't appreciate that, then really they're not really true friends. So you're probably better off without them in the first place. Now, what we must also try and do is increase our Muslim social circle. Now, I know this is not easy, subhanAllah, especially if you're living in a predominantly different culture area. Like, for instance, if you're living in a Muslim community that is predominantly one particular culture, it can be difficult. I understand, I get it. I know it's difficult, but we have to try our best. Ultimately, we might not necessarily be able to click with a certain culture or with certain mindsets which are not necessarily Islamic. They're Muslims, but they might not necessarily have a good understanding or good grasp of Islam. But ultimately, it is better for us to be within a Muslim community rather than our social circles being predominantly non-Muslim, because we'll have less chance of being dragged into bad things. So the main thing is, don't be shy about your religion. If they are true friends, they will understand you and they will respect your choice of being a Muslim. And at the same time, we should also try to increase our social circles, our Muslim social circles. And this is also some advice to people who are born into Islam and people who have been practicing for a long time, that it is your responsibility to take care of the new Muslim, to bring them into the community, introduce them to people, exchange numbers, invite them out for food, invite them out, go and do something what's halal, walk in a park, do whatever you want, but just get away from, you have to replace the time that you would have spent doing haram and other things. You have to replace it with something new. I personally replaced it with reading, researching, da'wah, also tea and coffee, going out for food. The big problem with that, because you get a bit of a stomach, but subhanAllah, is better than getting dragged into the jahiliyyah. Most of all, the same advice. Confide in Allah, worship Allah as best you can, and always pray to Allah to make it easier for you and to protect you from these evil things, and Allah will make it easier for you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.